If you're there, Congressman, can you let us know what you're feeling tonight as Arizona is now over and done with? You have objected, and do you plan to continue to with regard to other states?
Yeah, I signed on to objections in a number of states, Shannon, but I think Chad is correct. As far as I can tell, you might have one state that has a senator join, and then there'd be debate on that. But otherwise, you will hear objections registered by dozens of Republican members of the House, but they won't be matched with senators.
So what do you make of those who have changed their minds tonight and said after the events of today they had planned to object, they will not anymore? Senator Kelly Loeffler is among those, but there are others out there in the Senate who have said as much, that it's time to get together and heal the country. What do you say in response to that about why you plan to continue to object?
Well, what happened today cannot be condemned strongly enough. I mean, that type of violence. There needs to be prosecutions, and there needs to be convictions. We can't tolerate that type of conduct and attempt to, quite frankly, hijack the government. But at the same token, we still have a constitutional obligation and duty, if we feel that way, to weigh in on this. That's the process that we've established. And if you believe that there was constitutional improprieties or distortions in the Constitution, or there were anomalies, or there were things that shouldn't have been done in the election, then I think you have a duty to go ahead and raise that objection.
What was the experience like for you? Were you surprised that what was supposed to be a rally and a call for transparency devolved into something where there were those who clearly had intended and planned harm?
I was very surprised, to be honest with you, Shannon. We were right in the middle of the debate, and I was listening to the debate intently because I was kind of working the state, because I'm from Arizona, very closely. And then when we heard the commotion, and it seemed to be far off, and then it kept getting closer, and then you hear some bangs, and they say that there's tear gas, and so get your gas mask, and you just go, well, this is really not. And I was still focused on what's going to happen next in the debate, and so it was very, very unsettling, of course. But I think we were all disappointed that it devolved into something that was violent and actually distracted. I don't know what these people thought was going to happen. What side, whoever was coming, did they think that they were really going to stop the count of the electors? Were they going to stop the debate? What could they possibly have been thinking? And it's unfortunate that some of them may have thought, well, we're going to overthrow the government or whatnot. But the bottom line is, I'm glad we're back in business tonight doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, how important was it to you to get back there and to be joined by members of the Senate and the House to continue this business?
I think it's really critical. I mean, we are a constitutional republic, so we represent people, and we have to show the people that we were going to keep doing the business, and we will not be derailed by people who want to violently undermine what we're doing, which is the work of the House, whether we agree with it or not, whether we like the outcomes or not. We are a nation of laws, and so I think it's just critical, absolutely critical, to get back in and go through this tonight. And we may have another debate for a couple of hours, and that's important too. And some of the rhetoric that I heard, even post events from my colleagues across the aisle, was still rather personally derogatory towards those of us who believe that not only the U.S. code that Mike Pence is operating under to count these votes also allows us to challenge the election for various reasons, and so I'm hoping that we can get over that divide at some point, but it may be a long time coming.
Well, we'll watch through the night as you all continue your business. Glad you and your staff are safe. Thanks for joining us, Congressman.
Thank you, Shannon. Appreciate it.